Well, welcome to the Top Gun Show, where I try to bring you new providers, new technologies, and introduce you to the best professionals in the industry, all so you can make informed decisions. Today, I'd like to welcome a very special guest. This is a story of a telecom guy that did good. Satoshi Takano spent over 20 years in large corporate 500 environments. His most recent role was a VP of sales for BroadSoft, which was acquired by Cisco for $2 billion in 2017. Satoshi is a college professor of technology and co-founder of ReactForge and the Cognitive Performance Institute. He is obsessed with innovation, people, leadership, and communication. Satoshi, welcome to the Top Gun Show.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. This is a great opportunity, so thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, we had our call last week pre this recording, and you were referred to me by my friend and my co-producer, Joe Mardini, and I was so impressed I just had to have you on the show. So why don't you start by talking about what you're doing at ReactForge and how did it start?
Sure. So the story goes like this. So my son is an 18-year-old now, and while he was playing ice hockey back in the day, we just saw a little bit of a gap where I wanted him to be able to think a little bit quicker in his game. He had lots of skill, talent, and so on, but I think what was missing was we call it hockey IQ, but it's really being able to see the entire ice around him to be able to make better decisions. So over the years, I spent with him training him on these skills to be able to make quicker decisions, be able to see the entire space. And we started seeing some success. So what ReactForge is now doing is encapsulating everything that I've done for his development over the years, and now we've made it available to the rest of the hockey community, but also for other sports, other disciplines. We're now working with seniors, aging adults, either with dementia or Alzheimer's as well. So it's really about being able to help the brain think quicker and potentially be able to delay some of those onset of dementia and Alzheimer's. So we use the space exclusively to be able to train that. As you can see, we've got some hockey games going on behind us, but we analyze all the games before we take on anybody here that we work with. So we have a really good understanding of who they are, what are some of their deficiencies, what are the areas of improvement. And I've been doing this throughout the time that I was in telecom. And I guess during COVID area the time frame is when I made the switch over to working on this full time.
That's an amazing story and background of how it started. When we had our pre-call last week, you were telling me that I think this was right if I remember right, the four kids that you started this with all are now in the NHL. Is that correct?
Yeah, so they've been drafted in the NHL now. So they're still playing their junior careers, but yeah, they've had some tremendous success. One of my goalies, his name is Dom DiVincentis. He's now the top goalie in the Canadian Hockey League, and so
Wow.
it's a great accomplishment.
Wow. So you must provide a guarantee that you will make it in the NHL or your money back?
So we have a really interesting waiver that we have some of our participants and the younger sides, which we consider what we teach as a superpower. And so when these kids gain these superpowers, they feel all of a sudden very confident, being able to make plays that they never were able to do before. And the parents love it, the kids love it. And so it's a really good, kind of a good feeling for some of these kids that are constantly under a lot of pressure. And we want to give them an opportunity to kind of use the space to learn and grow.
Well, and it sounds like it just rolls right into life too. You give them that kind of confidence. This isn't about hockey. It's about seeing the ice all around you, right? And where
Correct.
you're going. It's a skill to be used. It reminds me of the Wayne Gretzky phrase. You skate to where the puck's going, and you can't see where the puck's going unless you have the view of the whole ice, I guess.
Exactly, and obviously hockey is our passion, our first passion, but we've certainly extended into other sports as well. So we have Olympic fencers here that have gone to the Tokyo Olympics last year. We have one of the top racing athletes here as well, auto racing. We have basketball, baseball, soccer. yeah, so anything that involves quick decision making, this is kind of where it's at.
Now, so who are your ideal clients? Are you only looking for people who want to be professional athletes? Are you looking for, say I'm a parent of a youngster or a couple of kids, and I like what you're saying because, like I said, it applies to life. It's not just the sport, but who do you reach out for as your ideal client?
Yeah, so typically our ideal client is coming in through Instagram right now, most of which are younger, I would say 10, 11, and 12-year-olds. We do have NHL players here as well, and junior players. Our youngest actually, our athlete is a 2016 birth year, which means he's about 7 or 8, and goes all the way up to 85. But our sweet spot right now is that younger 10, 11, 12-year olds, primarily because they can absorb a lot of the information that we're trying to teach them. And it also gives us an opportunity to almost kind of mold them, if you will, to be able to grow their brain alongside their physical development that they would do over the years. So we always say younger the better. And obviously, we include other older generations as well.
Do the children, the kids, your clients have to be there in person, or is it offered remote? Or
Yeah, so there's a couple different ways that we can do this. So the best experience obviously is in this space because you got lots of TVs and media around here, and it's a wonderful experience where we actually break down their gameplay and we actually show them some of the areas of improvement that we want to help them with. So that's one. We're also part of an app called Switched On, and the Switched On app is a iOS and Android app that can be deployed on any device, and they could see some of the stimulus very similar to what we would show here when we're training with our athletes. But of course, it's on an app. It's a free download. We have about 220,000 users on it today across 167 countries or something like that. So it's pretty extensive, and so with that tool, they can obviously use it remotely as well.
wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. Well, congratulations. You escaped telecom and you're doing something you're passionate about. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's
Well,
the great thing with the telecom side is everything that we do here, we try to solve problems from a technology perspective. So we're capturing about 13 million data points on our performance side. We're now going to apply AI against the data to be able to start getting a little bit more insight into the data that we have. So everything I ever learned in telecom is applicable here. So to your audience, I would basically tell everybody, don't feel like you're escaping because it's still gonna come with you.
yeah, that's wonderful. That's one good segue on that. Well, thanks, Satoshi. I know you're a big fan of the Top Gun show, and then I know there are millions and millions of people watching you right now. Why don't you tell the viewers a fun little known fact about yourself?
Well, I'm. Oh man, there's a lot of things I could certainly talk about, but one of the things is I'm a huge dog lover, as you can tell, and my dog has been with me for the last couple of years, and yeah, I try to merge together everything that I've ever learned, and I love racing as well. I'm a Formula One lover, and I've had an opportunity to visit the Red Bull Racing Factory in Milton Keynes in the UK. And yeah, I'm very much a lover of speed and anything that moves really quickly.
Well, that's amazing. I'm very close to the Infineon Raceway, Sonoma Raceway. So if you ever get down here, I can get you on the track, and I think that'd be fun to watch you go around that a few times. Good track.
Oh, I love that. Love that.
Right on. Well, hey, Satoshi, I know you're busy. Thanks for carving out time out of your busy schedule to be on the Top Gun show, man. Really appreciate it. Good, great to interview you.
Yeah, pleasure. Thanks so much, Steve. I appreciate this.
Thanks for watching, everybody.